Laundry is just one of those chores that really never ends, no matter how much you're doing it. There's always another pile of laundry, another basket of dirty clothes to wash the next day. And if you feel like you're constantly drowning in those piles of clothes, just struggling to keep up, I can promise you it does not have to be that way. In today's episode, I'm sharing the simple, no-stress laundry routine that I've been keeping for years. This is a laundry routine that keeps it all very manageable and never overwhelming. The key here is, actually, I'm not going to give you the key. You're going to have to keep on listening. I'll walk you through how I keep up with laundry without it ever piling up too much, how I actually enjoy the process of it, and why getting your kids involved is an absolute game changer. So if laundry feels like your biggest homemaking headache, for so many of you, I know that it is. This episode is for you. Hey friend, welcome to Modern Homemaker Mom. Feeling stuck in the chaos? Do you find yourself in survival mode juggling all the things? If you're ready to regain control of your home, schedule, and time for yourself, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Jynae, a wife, mom, and homemaker who turned my household chaos into purpose with simple, flexible routines. I'm here to help you create a cozy, clutter-free home and reclaim your time for what matters most. In this podcast, you'll find episodes around home routines, cycle syncing, and self-care practices so that you can eliminate the overwhelm and create a home that you love. Go grab that laundry basket and let's get started. Okay, I briefly mentioned this last week, but I'm going to bring it up again next week. In fact, we are less than 1 week away from me announcing a really big and exciting thing for you. I am so excited. You cannot see me. You can only hear me, but I hope that you can feel the excitement in my voice. I have an incredible, really incredible homemaking resource for you. And I'm not going to give you too much details about it yet, so you'll have to stay tuned. But what I want you to do right now is make sure you are subscribed to this show. So when the big announcement comes out next week on Monday, April 28th, you will know what's going on. I would also strongly encourage you to join my insiders email list, the Homemaker's Journal, where I'm sending out weekly homemaking content every single week to you. Not spam, no fluff, just getting down to the tactical, simple solutions. I share stories about my real life in there. If you want to join that list, go down, scroll to the show notes. You'll see the link there available. And I would love to see you on there. You are going to be the first to hear about this announcement when you join the list. You'll get access to insider-only VIP offers. I'm so excited to share this thing with you. So definitely don't forget to check back in next week and check in and find out what this big, huge, important thing is that you are absolutely going to love. I've been working on this for months and I'm so ready to share it with the world because I know it's going to help you immensely in your own home. Okay, now let's talk about the topic at hand today, which is laundry. Maybe you love it. Maybe you hate it. I'm one of those people where laundry to me is actually one of the more fun chores. We can talk about that a little more later, but maybe you are one of those people where you dread laundry. You do not look forward to it. It's always this mountain of laundry. Maybe you're one of those people who instead of having a routine put in place for your laundry, maybe you wait to do the laundry to wash the dirty clothes when the load seems so big and you run out of clothes to wear. Maybe you're one of those people. Well, today we're going to dive into the routine that I personally have been doing for years, and it's worked incredibly for me. I never feel like I go to my closet and I'm like, I have nothing to wear. I never feel like I don't have enough socks or whatever. I'm never overwhelmed by laundry because my loads are really small and simple and easy to manage, easy to stay on top of. So let's dive into what that looks like for you. I should mention, maybe as you heard me say that I like doing laundry and I enjoy folding and putting clothes away, maybe you're sitting there rolling your eyes. You're like, oh yeah, good for you, but I hate it. Hear me out. It's not because I have like this endless amount of time or because I never fall behind, because trust me, there are definitely days when a load sits in the dryer overnight and I might not get to it for a day, sometimes even 2 days. But the difference here is I have a super simple system. Let me repeat that, simple. I never let laundry become daunting because I give it a little bit of attention every single day. So let's talk about how exactly I do this, including why getting your kids involved very early on is so incredibly important. So step number 1 is, and I've kind of already mentioned this in a sort of quiet way, little attentions often. The key to never falling behind on your laundry is to do 1 load a day from start to finish. And I know right now that might sound very overwhelming. But trust me, trust in this process. We're going to get you into maintenance mode. Right now, we're trying to catch up. We're trying to get on top of it. We're trying to get the system, the routine put in place. And this takes a bit of work, but once we get it put in place and we become consistent with it, consistency here is key, it gets you into maintenance mode, and it's very, very simple. So when I say start to finish, this means you are throwing the clothes in the washing machine. I would recommend you do this early on in the morning while you're doing breakfast with the kids or doing the house chores for the day or dropping the kids off at school. You got the load in the wash. Then it can do its thing in the washing machine. When you have time later, you're going to toss it into the dryer. It dries. When it's done drying, you're going to fold it and you're going to put it away. I know this is the part where most people skip, but it's really important for this specific laundry routine that we're talking about today that you do put it away. I think not putting away is just adding to the problem. And yes, I understand that some days get busy. Yes, sometimes loads sit in the dryer overnight. Like I mentioned, this happens to me every once in a while, but that's okay. I just hit the wrinkle release in the morning so that it just gives the clothes another refresh, and then I move on. I fold and I put away as I'm able. The reason why this works, specifically the little attentions often, is because the laundry never gets out of control. There's never these massive piles of laundry to tackle all at once because it stays manageable. Like I said, we get into maintenance mode every single day. There's a quote I heard, I don't know whose quote it is. So it says, a load of laundry a day keeps the piles away. And that literally speaks to this routine that I'm talking about. Now let's move into step 2, which is my specific weekly laundry breakdown at this time of my life. So to keep things organized, I follow a simple laundry schedule so that when I wake up on a Monday morning, when I wake up on a Tuesday morning, I know what specific laundry gets done. I would suggest you get yourself a pen and paper and come up with something, draft up an idea of how you would like to do this yourself. It's going to be trial and error. So maybe you find out that you didn't like doing your laundry on this day. You'd rather do the kids' laundry on this day. It's going to be trial and error. Anyways, so let's talk about what I do specifically. So starting with Sunday as my first day of the week, maybe your first day of the week is Monday, but for the way we keep our weeks, Sunday is the first day of the week for us. So on Sunday, I wash my husband's laundry. That's what I do that day. The goal here is to do at least one load of laundry a day. On Mondays, I actually don't usually do a load of laundry just because we're a family of 3. I'm able to, spread it out throughout the rest of the week. But some days I feel like, maybe I need a bonus laundry day. I would do that on Monday. On Tuesday, I'm washing my daughter's clothes and her bedding, like anything to do with the baby. Wednesdays is my personal laundry. Thursdays, I wash my husband's laundry again. He is an equipment operator and his clothes get very dirty, so they need to be washed several times a week so that he has enough clothes to go to work with. Plus his clothes just get dirty and they need washed more often. And then I also wash the towels on Thursday as well. Now, this just works for me with the way I have my other house chores kind of put together. I could, if I wanted to, wash the towels on that Monday. Like I said, Monday's kind of an open free day for me in case there's just a load of laundry I just feel like I need to throw in that day. But like I said, this is all about trial and error. What I do might not work for you. This is about figuring out a routine that works for your specific household. And for me, Thursdays is a lighter chore day. The only chores that I do on Thursdays is washing my bathrooms, cleaning my bathrooms. So I had more time to do 2 loads of laundry that day. So I do on Thursdays my husband's laundry and I wash towels, linens, that kind of thing. And then on Friday, I wash our bedding. That's because I really enjoy having this fresh bedding to get into at the end of a long week, because on Saturdays is our rest day and we do not do any chores on Saturday. So if you keep a Sabbath, I would really highly recommend you guys do a rest day. You keep a rest day, whether you go to church or not. I just think it's really important to give yourself a break one day of the week. I don't really care what day it is. For us, it's Saturday. For you, maybe it's Sunday, where you don't really do any of the chores. And so for us on Saturdays, we don't do any laundry. Now, the reason that this works is I never have to think. I never have to be like, okay, what needs to be washed today? It's already all planned out and mapped out for me. So when I get my time in the morning to go throw a load of laundry into the wash, I just check my reference list for what specific laundry needs to be done that day. I toss it in, I press start, and we go on throughout the day. Now, let's move on to step 3, which is very important, and this is why I love laundry so much, is you need to make it enjoyable. It's so easy for our daily, our weekly, our monthly chores, our homemaking tasks to become mundane, but I think it's really important to kind of romanticize it a bit. We can make those boring chores something that can actually be something we look forward to. Now, what I do to make this kind of an enjoyable thing is this is often the times where I listen to a podcast or an audiobook while I'm folding and putting away the laundry. I take my time when I do the laundry. I don't rush through it. It's just this, because folding laundry is it really is. It's a mindless activity. So you can kind of multitask. And for me, while I'm just folding the laundry, I'm putting it away, hanging it up in the closet while I'm listening to an audiobook I'm really enjoying. It's almost therapeutic for me. It reminds myself that this is just like this small way that I can care for my home and family. And I think it's also a lot about a mindset shift where, yes, laundry can be daunting. Yes, not everyone loves laundry, but isn't it a blessing to have clothes that your family can wear? Because there are parts in this world where there are less fortunate people and they don't have the luxury to have so many options of clothing articles to wear. So it's just something that I like to think about is we are so blessed to be able to have these clothes. I have these clothes that I am able to wash so that I can clothe my family. When I reframe this in my mind from being this mundane chore, this mundane tasks, it can become this beautiful moment of slowing down in your busy day, because I know if you're like me, which so much of us are like this, we're all busy. We're busy moms. We're juggling many things, many hats. We have a lot on the to-do list, but I think it's really important to take time in our day to slow down. And so laundry, getting through the laundry, washing it, drying it, folding it, putting it away, it can be this act, this rhythm of slowing down, being more intentional, and like I said, it becomes almost therapeutic. The reason that this works is when you enjoy something, you're more likely to keep up with it because now you're not dreading it when it comes up. Now, let's talk about the last step, step 4. I mentioned this in the beginning of this episode, which is getting your kids involved. Right now, my daughter is still very young. She is only just a year old, but I fully believe in teaching kids responsibility from a super young age. When I still lived at home with my family, we all did our own laundry, even as teenagers, even as, my younger siblings would have not even been teenagers yet. They would have been younger than that. And there were 8 of us in this family. And us all doing our own laundry made such a huge difference because the weight didn't all go on my mom or didn't go all on one of us older girls. It was spread out throughout the family. Now, obviously, you're not going to get your 1-year-old like me. I'm not going to ask her to fold, put away, and wash her laundry. We can do this in a way that is suitable to their ages. So I kind of listed out a few things. So let's break it down by toddlers. You can get them to help you match socks. They can help throw clothes into a basket. I know maybe it doesn't seem like a lot, but just getting them involved is going to help raise them in a way where they feel like they're helping out, is going to teach them responsibility. And my daughter, even though she's only a year old, a lot of the time as I'm folding things on the bed, I often fold the clothes on the bed. She's sitting on the bed with me, and no, she's not helping me fold, but she plays with the clothes as we're doing it, and she's watching Mama do the act of washing, drying, putting away, folding all the laundry, and she's going to grow up knowing like this is how things are done in this home. Now, if you have younger kids, older than toddlers, they can learn how to sort clothes by colors. They can fold simple items like washcloths and towels. Those are super easy. Your older kids, like I talked about, teenagers, even preteens, it really depends on what you want to do specifically, but they can do their own laundry. Just give them their own laundry basket, and this will teach them the independence and responsibility. I think it's really important to teach your kids this. The work does not all have to fall on you. Teaching kids to help with the laundry, like I said, for my mom, it really lightened her load, and it will lighten your load and set up your kids and children for success later in life because you're teaching them these practical home skills that they don't get to learn elsewhere. It is just so important to do this and involve your kids, involve your family, that laundry isn't just mom's job. It is a shared responsibility that everyone can contribute to. So that summarizes my simple laundry routine I keep and have been keeping for years. It is so simple. It is so easy. It's so streamlined. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. I know laundry for so many of you is overwhelming, but it does not have to be. It's all about the small, consistent efforts, the small acts every single day. Doing one load of laundry a day will keep things manageable and prevent you from getting overwhelmed because now you're in that maintenance mode like I talked about. When you follow this weekly laundry schedule, like I said, you're assigning certain types of laundry loads to certain days. It makes things easy and predictable for you, and it's going to become that second nature. You can make laundry enjoyable, like we talked about. You can listen to podcasts. You could put on a fun playlist of music. Sometimes I'll do that with my daughter and we'll just dance. She loves to dance and she just hops on the floor. It's so cute. And so we can do that and make it fun together. It just reframes it from being this mundane task to something that can be peaceful, and you can really shift your mindset around that. Lastly, we talked about getting your kids involved because laundry is not just mom's job. It can be this family task where the responsibility is shared. If this episode today inspired you, encouraged you, or blessed you, do not forget to hit the follow button at the top of your screen so that you can tune into the content I share here each week. If you're feeling extra snazzy, please go ahead and share this episode with a friend who could benefit from some extra support with her laundry routine. Maybe she cannot get on top of that laundry mountain. It's my goal to help and reach as many women as possible as I can here because I want to make your life easier and simpler. The goal here is to make your home work for you. I do not want it to be the other way around. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I will see you next week. And don't forget, like I mentioned earlier, we have a very big, exciting announcement coming out on Monday, April 28th. You can sign up on my insiders email list at the show notes below. Go ahead, click the link there. It'll direct you into that so you can join the list, be the first to be notified about it. And like I said, don't forget to hit the follow button so that you can hear the announcements and the exciting 3-part series we have coming out next week. I forgot to mention that. We've got a fun 3-part mini series coming out next week. So there will be episodes coming out every day for 3 days, Monday to Wednesday, talking all about home routines and how to get your home back in order. It's going to be fun. So definitely tune in. Cannot wait to see you there. Before you go, if this podcast has encouraged or helped you in any way, the best way that you can show your support is by subscribing to the show and leaving a written 5-star review. Your words truly make my day and remind me why I love sharing here. You can also snap a screenshot of this episode and share it with a friend or post it to your Instagram stories. Make sure to tag me at Her Stable Home. Thanks so much for listening, friend. I will see you next time.